new territory. This will be the first time for a lot of you guys seeing this, yeah? Or at least seeing it in action.
I've not seen the Nexus looking like this before.
Oh, are you this? Okay, so we should explain. First thing we should explain is the Nexus is not the Nexus is not the Nexus. It's currently a junkyard.
Yeah, we so what we've been doing is we built one area basically, and so that it's just one out of like 20 or whatever. So we're just making this one be done. It's what's called a vertical slice, and since we don't have any others, this one area just shows up everywhere, and so it's a little monotonous. But you know, this particular area would represent a relatively small area of the world, so it wouldn't be quite so big, and it wouldn't be in the Nexus. We're going to have like Nexus-specific art.
Yes, yeah, you can basically ignore everything you're seeing here. This is intended to be in the main world.
Yeah.
Well, the idea of like a floating hangar is kind of cool. Could do it.
Don't get used to it, please. Oh my god.
Fall in love with the Nexus. So I'm actually in the Danielvania, just showing off.
Yeah, let's head
in the sort of a more natural circumstance. Oh, we got the angled names. How did folks like that? It looks weird,
dude.
but
that looks cool.
it actually doesn't look bad. Probably want to fix it, but
It looks kind of fancy and designy to me.
Yeah, I thought it was intentional. Is it a bug?
you know, nothing's really a bug when you think about it, Dave.
I think it makes the game stand out.
Yeah, I like it.
Sure. Maybe discontinue shortly.
It is pretty neat. I do think it could be a little bit weird.
No, I like it. I don't think there's anything weird about it, honestly.
Cool. Well, we'll live with it for a few days for sure.
Wait, what are you talking about? Oh god.
The names of the players on the radar are kind of tilted right now.
Oh yeah, it looks fancy, like we discovered Web 2.0.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
It might look weird when there's like 30 people's names overlapping with each other though.
Yeah, like
But
you
we
know when the
shouldn't see
Xbox
30
360
names.
came out and the UIs were all weird because they could be weird?
We shouldn't
Oh,
see
yeah.
30 names, right? Like there's I assume some limitation on how many we show, or no?
Yeah.
Not right now. I mean, eventually we'll add stuff.
But eventually, I mean?
Yeah, I assume we'll add one eventually, or make it so that there's some distance requirement.
So one of the terrain features here is these canyons. So this represents an area where there's a transition. So normally, in the future, there will be like two different areas on either sides of the canyon. Right now, there's just the same area on both sides. In the past, there would have been like a cliff on the ground here, but now we
Yeah,
have
like
these
a little
canyons.
tiny.
And I think we want to make these cliffs, the canyons, wider, like twice as wide or more, so they'll be even more obvious.
Yeah, because right now here this looks more like the ground broke a little bit, not necessarily like a big separation between spaces.
Mm-hmm.
And since the areas they don't have each their own art, you don't see it as clearly as you may otherwise notice.
Yeah, so we'll make it a little more obvious. And look, there's walls! Holy shit! These walls, I think, were one of the bigger successes, because we weren't sure that this was going to look right. We were like, you know, it looked good in the what's it called, the concept art. But there's no guarantee that translates to the game.
Yeah, because they look comically tall in Maya. Like it was like no, this is no way. In game, they cast a really long shadow, which is kind of cool because you can see them coming ahead of time.
Yeah, right here.
And because of the difference in height and depth and detail, it kind of becomes really noticeable.
The little fortress over here on the ground looks really nice. I like the way it sort of sticks out from the
Mhm.
haze.
Oh, the destructible walls are in here, huh?
Say again?
The destructible walls are in.
Yes. Yeah, I replaced the 2D asset with a real asset. So you almost can't tell the difference between a destructible wall and a non-destructible wall, as God intended.
Yeah. Is there an indicator right now?
Well, if you shoot it, the health bar shows up.
Yeah, if he has a health
Right.
bar, you can kill it.
So we should, Ryan, we haven't done the work, the changes that we're going to make to LUTs and stuff yet, right?
No, still the old LUTs. So yeah, it's probably a little overblown in this area.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, just for the people on the stream to know. So there's lots of stuff with lighting and camera that we're going to tweak over time. That's gonna change the way this looks a little bit. So if there's areas where colors are overblown, or it's actually just kind of hard to see what's going on because everything is kind of yellowish, like that's all going to change. So,
Yeah. Surface of Venus area. A little much.
Surface of Venus. Yeah.
A nice way to put it.
and were you guys still thinking of giving the player plane its own light source?
Oh, maybe. You know, we'll try it, I guess.
As it becomes more problematic, like if you're still having issues with seeing your plane, separating your plane from the background, then we should.
What
Hey, I think it's David. Somebody has their volume up on the game, and it's chirping.
Tripping. Is it
Think it's
me?
That.
I'm not sure who this is coming from, but I can hear somebody's game audio.
Mine's turned way down, but you may still be hearing it. Let me turn it off entirely.
With headphones, you shouldn't hear me at all.
Is somebody watching the stream and hearing it that way? Oh wait, no, I don't have any audio here. Okay. Anyway,
It seems to be gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now.
nice.
Good, and it was me.
It me. So what else is there to say about the terrain? We're just going to create a lot more art.
I think you
Yeah.
could say it looks awesome and Javi did a great job.
Yeah. Nice job. Oh, we were talking about the lighting.
Oh yeah.
Just a compliment. Stop it.
Just to follow up on the separate lights for the player plane, let's go to an area at some point as a test to see where all the enemies have meshes and see how the lights look on them, and just have like meshes everywhere and see how that looks, and then we can make the decision on whether we need
Yeah.
separate lights.
Like in this area where we are right now, I think it works well.
Right.
You know, where it gets darker, it's a bit more tricky.
Yeah, and I wonder if we can like turn up the saturation on the player planes so that they are a little bit more bright.
Yeah, maybe even a little bloom effect.
Oh,
Don't worry
fancy.
about it. Yeah, man.
Well, there.
I really like the random rocks on the you really got it to the point where even though presumably there's only a few different of those random rocks on the flat plane, like it doesn't feel, I don't feel like I'm seeing a pattern or seeing something that's repeating.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, it feels, I mean a little bit, but like not, you know, given how little time has gone into this, it's great.
It's good.
Great.
I will make one critique. For some reason, the crater looks to me like a pizza pie, not like a crater. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a giant pizza did fall from the sky. And
That is good critique. You know, I thought it was actually like
edits this morning, so it should look a little better. Yeah.
Okay.
Next build, I'll take a look at it. I think if I break up the ship a bit more.
Yeah. I think that would be.
So one thing about the art too is that this is most of the art for one little area, and you're seeing it in all the areas. So once we separate it, so most of the stuff only shows in that small area, then we'll see if it's actually too many assets for one area or not, right? Because the game is kind of propagates randomly anytime you start the game. So that'll be good to test soon.
Yeah, how big are you thinking? Like, I have an idea in my head of how big these areas are going to be, but I'm curious what your expectation is.
Well, let's see. This is for the lowlands guard post area, and the lowlands is spread into 3 areas.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how big that area actually is. You know, like, we should do a test to see how much that actually you know.
Okay, well if you create like just like a dummy other area, we could make that work.
Yeah, like we could make like another area that's the same assets, but they're all like black or green or something, and then it's easy to know.
Yeah, or just flat or something, and then you can see.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be multiple screens. Like I've just been flying around the perimeter of this area, and it's it's like 10 screens by 5 screens.
Yeah, because I noticed that sometimes I play, right, and not all the assets I made show up in one area.
Hmm.
So that's like, okay, that's already, maybe I made too many assets then. If they're not even going to show up sometimes. Like, I have to fly to, like, the highlands to see them.
At the same time, you don't want it to be every single lowlands area has a guard post in it, right? Because otherwise, it's too
I see
bad.
what you mean, yeah. Like, you want to have a different experience every time you play, so sometimes it's good that you see everything.
Yeah, like some ratio, like you want to see like 75% of the assets or whatever.
That's very true.
So, but yeah, definitely we want to reduce the number of assets we're making as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because we have...
In terms of completion, though, I feel like this area maybe needs one more guard post that looks a little unique, kind of like that post with the cannon.
Okay.
Something kind of like that. And then we could start thinking about maybe like a forest area to complement it.
That sounds great. That sounds great. Yeah.
I'm in the
Forest-
obstacle dungeon right now, and it looks...
For the same sub-region, or do you mean for like one sub-region is a forest and one of them is more like this, like desertish?
Yeah, another sub-region in the lowlands is the forest hunting grounds. So
Cool.
if we tackle that, then handle the transition between those two, I think that'll help a lot.
Yeah, totally.
What were you saying about the dungeon, Ray?
Oh, I was saying I'm playing the obstacle dungeon. I just died at the obstacle dungeon, but it was a very nice experience. All 3D art, and I saw a lot of enemies flying over the walls, which is a new thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. So should we? Which dungeons do we do on a test? I think we're ready for that.
Yeah, you guys ready? Okay, let's meet up in the this, and I'll drop some dungeons. Be dropping some mad dungeons over there.
The Nexus makes you crack up every time. It's like...
Is anyone? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's completely ridiculous. It's awesome. Is anyone paying attention to Twitch chat? Like, I don't know if anyone's asking me questions right now.
I've been taking a look. Some folks are having trouble with like the bit rate, so I might change that. But otherwise, it's pure like compliments. Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Alright, so if everybody can go to T10, we'll go ahead and start with the temple dungeon.
Temple dungeon.
T10?
T10. Don't
Yeah.
ignore the blimp that says T9.
Okay, ignored. Thanks for letting me know that I should be. Hey, Ryan, do you think maybe next week I should just do like some quick 2 hours worth of temp art for the Nexus? So we don't have this.
Up to you, man. Up to you.
It actually makes me so happy every time I see the weird Nexus.
Okay.
Oh, actually, hey, David. David, could you use a different plane besides, like basically only the standard starter planes?
It's too late. I'm in, man. I'm in. No way to come back. I'll just not use my special ability.
Okay, you can actually come back by restarting the client.
Okay. That's fine. I'll just not allow myself to use my special.
Oops.
Okay, I'm starting at the time.
Is this dungeon annihilated by the Merlin's effect?
Basically, any dungeon is annihilated by the Merlin. Just even the Merlin's regular fire is OP. For testing purposes, I usually just ask just
So
use
they
the
can't
stand.
shoot for...
Yeah,
they
David,
shoot for-
only shoot every 5 seconds.
Wait, I'm confused. Both, like, it's the guns or the special ability or both that you're worried about, right?
I think it's both. Like that's not a balanced class, and we've been testing without using the new classes because they don't have balanced weapons.
Oh, I see. I always thought it was balanced because I died plenty in it, but myself. So.
Yeah, it's subtle.
We've been getting a lot more consistent testing results since we switched to just using the standard planes, because I did a huge balancing pass on all their weapons this summer. So there are still a few things that are OP, like for instance I'm using the rapier, and the damage cloud, or the poison cloud is actually considered OP, but I just try not to use it. So yeah, I mean if you just kept that in mind, like.
Wait, which one do you consider the standard planes? Because I thought Merlin was one of the few that was a standard plane at this point.
No, it's like the rapier, the old faithful, the medic, assault, and
Walker.
Basically all the planes that use the standard weapons.
The original planes. We got
No, no,
Yeah,
those other planes.
yeah, the original planes.
The OG.
Is anybody noticing performance differences now that we're in 3D on your computer?
It's better.
Is it? That's good. There's been some regressions, unfortunately, not due to the 3D stuff. But it should be faster at rendering, especially when you turn off shadows.
Basically, we replace old textures for polygons, right? So it's totally different as far as what the game is reading.
Yeah. It seems to be working really well on my end. I've noticed that the editor is less stressed when I'm making stuff.
That's good. Wow, these walls are really tall.
Yeah, these.
Do you see this one?
Yeah.
Like this one in particular. Destructible walls are taller, I guess.
Yeah, we should probably just fix the prefab. Whoa, it's the mini boss.
I mean, I don't mind them being taller, by the way. I think it's fine.
What's funny is if you're looking at the edge of the screen when they hove into view, they kind of rise up out of the ground. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really
Yeah, I
funny.
noticed that. It's kind of cool, actually. No, like once we have art that makes sense. Like, if Rana looks like a freaking earthbender from Avatar made him come up, then yeah, that's a lot, but...
So far, this is really easy, Ray.
Yeah, with this size group, man.
Yeah, and with the best ship in the game.
I don't. I came back as a medic.
Oh,
Is
okay.
Oh, look at how many medics there are. This is like medic party. Nobody will be short on health.
We still
Is
have.
the-
Is he there? Did we lose him? Is Ray still on the call?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, there you go.
I love how tight it feels, especially with the cliffs.
Yeah.
This feels way different in 3D now. It's very
There you
weird.
go. I like it.
Yeah, it sort of changes the feel of the walls from like, oh, this is unnecessarily in my way, to, ooh, let me explore this space. And look at that map in the corner. The mini-map is like totally ornate.
Are we primarily just testing this dungeon to see how it feels in 3D, or are we testing it because there's been content changes?
We're testing it because there's been content change.
Gotcha.
Oh, you know, in addition to making the destructible walls lower, I think they're rotated at 45 degrees, which is wrong.
I don't mind that though, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess. But, you know, if they're going to be a perfect mimic. Mini-boss number 2!
Yeah. Yeah, Ray, I'm just not feeling any threat level. It's not hard to dodge these projectiles.
Okay. This is like the, I don't know if you've noticed, but the first encounter and the second encounter have different bullet patterns. And the second one has had more bullets.
Until he killed
Is
it.
this group just too big for this dungeon?
I think it might be. We have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
No,
6.
It's a
We're a
T9
little-
dungeon. 6 people in a T9 dungeon isn't crazy.
It's
It's
T10.
six people in it's a T10 dungeon.
Oh, sorry, the T10. Yeah, that's not crazy at all.
That's true.
It's a little bit. We're a little bit on the stronger side.
Okay, this was a cool moment right here, where I thought we were in a dead end with nothing in it, but then I realized these walls are destructible.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
that
look
was-
at this. Is the poison cloud still OP?
Still OP.
Yeah, poison cloud is still OP.
Should I not use it?
If you can refrain from it, that'd be great.
I will duct tape the button.
At some point we should do another pass so that we can stop playing by all these weird rules. I just like to complain that I only got a friggin' Steam upgrade in that treasure room. It is funny to see those giant cliffs like disappear in a relatively small explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the bullets probably could be stronger in this dungeon. The enemy bullets.
It's not just strength. Like, there's a lot of situations where it's like, oh, I'm just kind of like meandering around and not really feeling like there's any likelihood that something's going to hit me. You know what I mean?
Okay. What do you think is missing?
In some cases, it's just simply a lack of them. Like, there's not, like, it's a bullet hell shooter, but, you know, this is supposed to be a bullet hell shooter, but this isn't very bullet helly. You know what I mean? Like, there's, more often than not, there's lots and lots of space with no projectiles, so...
It's like bullet nap time.
Yeah, it's more like bullet nap time as opposed to bullet hell.
Bullet siesta.
But
And
I don't you feel like
it's-
exploration is part of the dungeon experience as well, like not being constantly under threat?
Oh, I do. I don't want to be constantly under threat.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I've never been under threat. Like,
Oh, yeah.
For a while now.
That's
Um,
fun.
Like this guy, for example, he shoots like a tiny handful of little bullets that move really slowly. It's like, there's just no chance any of those are going to hit me. I don't care about them.
Okay, so I can make this guy a lot stronger.
I'm down to half health.
We do have a lot of healers, so that's certainly part
Yeah,
of it.
we have actually 4 healers. That might be.
But that's what I'm
part of
telling
it.
you, is that, like, I'm not needing heals. Like, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I can increase the like the density a little bit more. I actually did increase it a little bit, but it seems like it's definitely still not enough.
Yeah, it needs to be a lot more.
Yeah, for a
Okay.
T10 dungeon. Feel very challenging.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I love all
also
the individual
don't-
units. They're fun.
Like, I also don't sense a lot of personality in this dungeon. Like, I don't know what the point of it is. Like, it's not like the trap dungeon or laser dungeon. You know?
This is like a little more of a straightforward dungeon.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind that. Like, if there's the thing, I just generally want to see recognizable bullet patterns, which there are some in here. They're just not threatening, right? But, like, you know, as long if there's things that I like that are recognizable that I have to learn how to avoid, you know, that's kind of generally what I'm looking for.
Oh,
This-
interesting.
This is nice.
This room is better.
Check out
Yeah,
how you
this-
can see the shadow of the Solaris on the ground.
Oh,
That's interesting.
nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I didn't intend for that to happen, but I'll
I'm
keep it.
all about seeing the shadows on the big enemies. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, this room is better.
So this is the boss?
This is the boss,
this is
yeah.
Okay, you can talk about the timers later.
I've already started it.
Solaris is the dungeon boss now?
Yeah, we switched them around a little bit for this dungeon. Figured it might fit the theming of this dungeon a little better.
So here's an idea. What if this dungeon, you switch it to be like a low tier dungeon?
We could. We could also. Yeah, that's definitely a
Could use a
possibility.
heal.
It feels more like a low tier dungeon right now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even at a lower tier, I would consider increasing the density in some parts a little bit. You know, so it's not.
Yeah.
You know, I like you want some spaces like Alex is saying where it's like a relaxing exploration, but there should be more moments aside from the boss where it's a little hectic.
Hey, I think it would be cool if the outer grid of Solaris would spin differently than the main body more.
What's that?
Oh, the outer soccer grid outside the Solaris should probably spin at a faster clip.
The moons around the planets.
No, he means
No,
the-
in
the
the body of
wings.
the... No, just art stuff, not design stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
On the art front, I wouldn't mind if this guy was more ornate and have more depth of colors. You know, for a boss, I want it to be pretty fancy looking.
Yep. Yeah, me too. I mean,
Maybe this boss could also have a bloom effect.
All about that bloom today.
So Ray, they're not being fired anymore, but those little tiny circle projectiles that were being laid out in concentric patterns, those seem to do almost no damage. Because I'm at T10, so I have 65 health or whatever, and they were doing 3 each, so they were basically meaningless to me.
Okay. I probably over nerfed them. They were doing lethal damage last night.
Thank you. Yeah, this boss is so different than the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't really fit here very well, huh?
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm enjoying it. Not really care.
No, I enjoy it, yeah. It's just like if the rest of the dungeon feels more like this, then great.
We could actually put some more like, you know, we could put like the moons and the planets in the dungeon that is like part of the obstacles. That might actually be cool.
Mhm.
That's cool.
So what were the major changes to this dungeon, Ray?
The layout is different. We've added. I did a balancing pass on all the content in here, and as far and then we also added those mini bosses. But it looks like the mini bosses are like basically not any things aren't doing enough damage. I'm guessing there's probably one enemy type that's missing that could probably tie this dungeon together a lot better.
Yeah, and again, to be clear, it's in some cases its projectiles aren't doing enough damage, but I think in other cases it's just there's not enough projectiles, and they're not going far enough, or sometimes it's just distant. It's like you have enough projectiles, but the lifetime on them is too low, so they never go far enough to reach anybody.
Need healing.
Oh, nope, can't do it. Does this guy drop steam? Because I haven't gotten any steams. Oh wait, yeah, he does drop.
He does, but his drop rate is actually one of these new tables that I created recently. So his minions drop loot, but not at the normal rate that other things do. It's actually a little bit lower because it spawns so many of those little orbiting things.
Totally.
That's fine. That's reasonable.
Wait, why does it drop its own dungeon? It's supposed to...
It's like a Russian doll.
That's awesome. Hey guys, you wanna check out this Temple of Bast? Ugh.
Oh, that's actually the next dungeon we gotta test. Oh no.
That's the one we just did.
Oh yeah, this is the one that we just tested. Never mind, sorry. Alright, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The boss length was good. It's just the moons were a little weak. Otherwise it seemed like the battle went okay. Did anybody die this dungeon?
I did to the boss.
Okay.
Died several times.
Which attack killed you?
When all the red orby moon guys came out, and I was trying to kill them for Steam because I'm a medic and they got me.
They gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that one definitely seemed like it was not very balanced. I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
That's why we play test.
Yep. Alright. Moving back to the Nexus, I'm gonna go ahead and summon, oh shit, sorry. Summon the next one. Why am I not flying back to the Nexus? There we go. Okay, you can just keep your gear, because it's the same tier.
Cool baloney.
Is Dank not with us today?
Nope.
Okay.
Rest his soul.
He played earlier.
Wait, hey,
and I played, so-
Oh. Did we have all 7 of us in the last dungeon?
I think so.
Think so.
Okay. So we were about 2 planes higher than the normal, but I don't think that really changes the fact that the bullet density was a little low. Yeah, so one thing I'm actually doing this week is experimenting with tighter spaces. With the last engine, there's like kind of big circles drawn inside of the room, so there's like a surrounding corridor around each room. I think one thing that's actually challenging about that is that bullet patterns don't really survive in that environment because they get wiped out by the walls.
Right. Yeah, you need new techniques.
Yeah, I think maybe having more enemies that just kind of stand in your way, and maybe like just putting more stationary enemies intentionally to those spaces might actually help with that.
Totally. Has anybody noticed enemies like popping up over walls? Because I actually haven't seen that happen very
I have
much.
not.
I've seen it.
Huh. Oh, I guess it's happening there.
Over walls? Yeah. Over walls, yeah, for sure.
I think that one just did.
Yeah, it totally just did. It was so natural. I didn't even. It didn't consciously occur to me.
Sounds like
Yeah, I
a
haven't
helpful-
noticed it as a problem yet. Sometimes even by accident, it looks like they go in between the trees, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. My main concern is just that like it makes it hard to aim at them. Or, yeah, I don't know if it does, but if it does, that would be a problem.
This place is tough.
Good.
Oh, I'm almost dead.
Up until this room.
I died.
Sorry, I should have healed you.
No, I like got surrounded by snakes, like, and yeah, you know.
Did you feel like it was your fault?
I did not say that. Maybe it was. That's up to me to decide. Hey, how much would it take for us to be able to tweak the lighting per dungeon?
The lighting? Oh, it's easy. It's already in there.
On a per dungeon basis?
Yeah. I mean, it's on a per territory basis, and, you know, right now everything shares the same territory, so, you just have to go into that config file and
Okay.
make
I
all
might
the
do
changes.
that next week and just give each dungeon like some different lighting, so they feel a bit more different.
Sounds good. Sounds great.
Or maybe Ray can do it.
Ooh.
Maybe I can do it.
Yeah, it's just a config file.
If you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
super
Yeah.
easy.
I mean,
I can show you how to change the lighting.
Ray, these guys who have these pretty tails, they're really neat to look at, but they don't like they're completely non-threatening. There's no chance that they'll take you down.
Because of the damage or because of they're so slow?
I mean, well, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, even if you fly through their tail like a complete idiot, like and eat multiple bullets, you barely take any damage.
Yeah, because I feel like if they damage aside, if they did it like at 3 times the speed, then it would feel a lot more threatening.
okay, I'll make the hurt snake come at you faster.
Well, you're probably gonna have to up the damage as well, because otherwise it won't actually matter if it comes at you faster.
Yeah, I'm actually against making them faster, because then it'll make them hard to hit, which is just not fun.
Yeah.
I'll just make them very slightly faster, so you can be able to direct a little bit more. I think, but the part of the is that like they're poppable, and their speed kind of like allows you to keep them away from you for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in general, it seems like it's just kind of a weak unit. Maybe it's just too poppable.
It also, I don't remember, and they're not on screen anymore, but it seemed like it's what's it called? It's you know, it has the tail attack that it does, and then it has these little tiny projectiles that it shoots out really fast that are undodgeable, essentially, that don't do much damage. So it's like A, they're undodgeable, and B, I don't care about them anyway because they don't do damage.
The slow bullets.
No, they're dodgeable. I'm misremembering. Those are small. It's just that they don't go very far. I guess that's what it was. Their lifetime is short.
Okay.
Well, this is a bust. This dungeon is confusing, which I like. Like,
There's a super big
Where to go next?
room east. Big empty room to the
It
east.
should be southeast.
Well, no, I flew through that room.
there's nothing here.
Northeast.
Let's split up, guys. Split up the party.
East Dakota?
Just let me know if you run into a bunch of enemies. Then you're on the right path.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by enemies and no friends.
Oh, here's one of these unbreakable
walls.
walls.
Yeah, I think I just the mini boss. I managed to aggro it from outside of the room.
Huh.
It was already aggroed. I aggroed him.
Oh, you aggroed him?
A long time ago.
Are you guys fighting? Are you guys fighting him right now? He's a copy from another place, so I probably just didn't. I probably just didn't add an anchor to them to keep him in the mini boss room.
Well, yeah, we dragged him back to this room.
I kind of like that. I kind of like being able to drag the mini boss.
I literally just flew on top of him and shot. He didn't seem to be putting out any damage, right?
Yeah.
Wait, so where are we going? I still don't know where this is. We're still back to where we were before.
Yeah, I'm lost.
South of where you guys are?
Is south the right way?
Yeah, I think we're going south. I think we should be going south.
Yeah.
There's all these snakes in here.
Oh, okay.
One person who made the game.
It's random. He doesn't know.
Yep.
True roguelike fashion.
Oh yeah, I love these narrow hallways. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they look good in 3D.
They're really big.
This is
I
not
feel like
good.
I'm flying through canyons.
Yeah, this is the second time we've encountered a room like this one, and this room is definitely exciting.
We're just like cowering in the doorway there. I mean, that's okay if it happens sometimes, but if like the main strategy for dealing with rooms is just to hide in the doorway, then that probably needs some variety. Oh, is this the boss room? That looks like the boss room. And here's like a treasure room.
Right here, coming up.
Yeah. Oh, that's not treasure. This is the lore room. Okay.
Uh-oh. It looks like a wall spawned in the entryway.
Yeah. The connection didn't work.
Are you serious? You can't get into this room? Oh, that's incredible. Just move. Just don't do that in the ASCII art.
Yeah, I guess not.
Oh, can we just?
Crazy. I was able to get in last night. This is hilarious.
That's really funny.
Rather
this is-
teleporting plane.
Do you know the names of the unit? We could just TP unit to them.
Yeah. Here, I'll do it.
Oh yeah,
This
is he a
This is what the
CVs?
cats need to do all the time. Just put walls in front of the bosses, and then they'll win the war. How the hell did they not think of this?
All right, I'm in the area.
You guys just got a Nexus and Libra in there.
That's awesome. Yeah, the other suggestion from Twitch chat is to keep the walls there, but make it destructible. But,
Yeah, there's a problem with destructible walls still, which is that they don't block bullets. So it's just kind of this weird thing where like some walls allow bullets to pass through them.
What do you mean they block bullets? Or they don't block
They-
bullets?
Is it just me, or is this boss getting his ass kicked?
And he's not firing any projectiles. Like there's nothing to dodge.
Yeah, he's supposed to have minions, right?
Yeah, you guys haven't done much damage to him yet, so.
Here's more minions.
And he's just a sitting head, so like, okay.
Those sound like famous last words.
Or really awesome first words. Nah, I died.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Sorry, I just missed healing you, Allie. I'm amazed that you're still alive, though. Good job.
If you let him circle you, it's a lot safer.
Did we kill him? Where'd he go?
He's here.
Oh, there.
Whoa. Oh no! That was bad.
I died.
Yeah, I feel like that... If I had died then, I would have felt like it was not really my fault. I mean, I guess the advice is don't stay in center.
I just died. I just died too. Are you? What was the part that you felt was not cool?
It feels like when he's going around you, it's safe, and then all of a sudden it's not safe.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no really warning. All of a sudden there's this super high-speed laser rail coming at you.
You got killed by the laser eye.
I got killed by
Yes.
the body.
It should have been doing burn
Right.
damage, I think, but maybe I need to rebalance it.
I'm gonna take it.
That didn't look like it wasn't fire projectiles. It was the long the ones that he's doing right now.
Oh, it has those little like shurikens around its body, so you don't get too close. This could probably be a little bigger.
I didn't mind those. Those seemed fine to me.
Oh, I just don't get hit by them at all.
Yeah, it's okay. Those are just for the constrict attack, where it circles around you and then like suddenly shrinks the radius.
It flies over you, screwed.
Let me try this.
Yeah,
again.
did you guys get wrapped around?
Yeah. Oh, that's happening again. Okay, now that I see it, I feel like it's a little more
I
fair.
got a heal, anyone?
Yeah, where are you? Gotta fly all the way across this
down
room.
south, down south.
Alright.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm like it's a pretty like it's like one of the bigger. I think it's one of the bigger things you have to learn about this boss is like making sure that like you're not staying in the middle of this like snake wrapping around you, right?
Yep. I mean, there can also be like there's no reason why he can't say something like, you know, I'll squeeze you to death or whatever, right? Like.
Yeah, totally.
We
You should say exactly that.
Now that I see it though, it's actually a little more obvious. He picks up speed, and yeah, he's starting it now. It's pretty relatively obvious.
Yeah, just
Yeah, this is
give him a
better.
snag, and that'll be enough that people won't complain that it was out of nowhere.
Oh,
Yeah. So far, this seems to be the most balanced thing we've fought today. And by balanced, I mean it's killing everybody.
good clarification. Oh, we killed its sail.
Are there supposed to be walls to the southeast?
Do you not have walls to the southeast?
Whoa. Did you just fly out of the walls? I just saw that on the map.
I guess I don't see the walls.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a bug that I thought I'd fix, but I guess not. If you fly far enough away, if you fly... Oh, but you can't! Haha! If you fly far enough away, they'll come back.
Oh, interesting. The walls need to respawn or something.
Yeah, it's like a caching issue.
I could probably fly far enough away, but it'd be on the exterior of the dungeon, and then that would be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like you're struggling with this boss a little bit, so I'm gonna drop a hint right now to tell you guys how to kill this thing. If you shoot for its neck, the one that's like right after its head, you can cut off the entire body and he'll go slow for a while, and he gets pretty defenseless when he's in that mode.
Oh, really? Okay.
And you want to make that neck piece a different color or something? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like go full, like Japanese NES game and just be like, oh, just shoot here.
because I don't think I would have ever. I mean, get that from a YouTube video on, but like if I had to figure it out myself, I'm not sure I ever would have.
That might be okay for a game like this,
There's
where...
there's actually 2 units that have that mechanic in this dungeon, and I was thinking about doing that, but I don't have a lot of assets right now. I'll just use something temporary for now, I guess.
Maybe drop some lore that can talk about it?
Talk about his neck.
I'm curious for the folks who are watching the stream, who were players, did you guys figure out that thing about the thing, this boss? Or was it not obvious enough?
Do some healing.
I died.
Oh,
I mean, a slightly different color for the weak piece is a pretty classic game technique, right?
Well, it's actually not particularly weak compared to the rest of the body. It's just like you can actually cut off the body at any point, but it's.
Oh no, I just meant I meant weak point as in like that's the thing you want to hit.
Yeah. So yeah, no, totally. I think it's good to signal that a little better.
Did we trigger a new phase by lowering his health? Because he was not weak for very long after I took out that second piece.
He had two stoppers. One when he crosses over from like when he goes over, he gets lower than 2/3, and then another time when he gets lower than 1/3, he'll cancel out of the weak state, because otherwise you can basically just like hammer on him a lot and just take him out in a single sweep. So that's kind of like a safeguard in there to make sure that you have to do. There's a minimum of 3 cycles you have to do.
Okay. By the way, Diaz says that they figured out the trick on their own, so...
Heals, please. Dollar, I see you.
I'm coming.
Ah! Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. You were so mild about your inquiring, so I thought I'd do you that favor.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like 5 clicks away from entering God mode.
I like these stationary snakes. This is cool.
Yeah, Dank actually added those.
Whoa, that guy's good for something. I feel like I can barely get a shot in edgewise. Whoa, he's got no body. Nice job, whoever killed that.
Alright, it's just ahead.
Famous last words, Ray.
His last word.
Oh yeah, he's definitely weak for a longer time now. I see what you're saying.
oh, and there he goes.
His head's weak enough though. He could probably just shoot for the head and
Got
kill
him.
him. There you go.
I did it.
That was anticlimactic. Where's the big explosion?
Yeah, and it didn't kill the minions either. Looks like it's missing the kill family state.
Whoops.
All right, 841. The long boss
Wow.
battle.
Did we go over all new content, Ray, or is there another new thing to do?
That's all the dungeon. That's the whole dungeon.
Cool. All right. Well, we've seen all the new art, yeah, all the dungeons, the new dungeon stuff. Ryan, is there anything else we haven't told folks about that's new in here?
I can't think of anything except for maybe the new animations. Those are a few weeks old at this point. Pat revamped them a bit and they look nice. The going to Nexus and teleporting animation.
Oh, I guess, Ali, was there anything you wanted to show off of something you've done recently?
I got some fire dungeon stuff, but it's not complete yet, so I think
All right.
waiting. There's some weird stuff because of the change in models. They shoot funny.
Oh. Is that something that needs another pass of somebody in the configs or something?
Probably. I was gonna talk to Ray about it today, actually.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you to
wanna talk
everyone
after
who watched this. Oh, go ahead, Ray.
I was gonna say, you want to talk after the call?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you to everyone who watched the stream. Like always, I hope you liked all the new shit. And yeah, see you next week.
See you next week. I'll do a short content stream after this.
Oh, nice.
Doing some polished stuff on the 3D stuff.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah.
Take care.
Cheerio, everybody.
Good weekend.
Bye.
Okay, guys.
You too. Thank you.